Yo, what's up? This is Crimson 60620. Thanks for watching my channel. And if you want to catch up with me, these are my various social media sites. If you want to get some of my art prints, you can actually check it out at deviantart.com. And if you want to help support my channel, support my Patreon. Thanks. What's up, people? This is me, Crimson 60620, and you have me here doing a video. Now, this is different from my normal videos. I know I actually do them live and just have fun with it that way. Excuse me. But decided to do it this way. And this is actually pretty ironic because I'm playing a game, Smite, and if you've ever watched my channel, you know I've played it a lot. I'm just now getting back into it a little bit more, and this is a shining example of how fucked up our system is right now. And what do I mean by that? I played this game, which is effectively free to play, and with this game here, I actually bought the unlimited pass where you can actually pay $20 some odd to get all release guides. But that implies a trick. They come up with these beautiful ass skins. These skins which actually look fucking awesome. Fucking great. Like, one of my favorite character is Soul. And it's the fact that the fucking skin, you have to pay additional money or try to win fucking loot boxes where you can get the skin. Now, I get it. I fucking get it. You know, companies have to make their money. But you telling me that I pay 25 or 29, I forget which one, for this game, and I still have to buy a motherfucking skin that actually looks halfway decent? Now, this is my example. This is my thesis. Fucking capitalism is just, it's fucking bullshit, man. It has people literally killing themselves to be able to survive. It has people literally wanting to it literally has people harming themselves to want to survive and make ends meet. And how fucking right is that? How fucking just is that? I would ask how fair, but fair is a word that has lost all concept of meaning to me. But justice and justness, obviously you get it. Seems like a lot of things have been lost in the whole dynamic of us just losing. It's like we've lost humanity. We lost the humanity of actually knowing that we have a fellow man. Now, some can say it's the competition, no, this shit is artificially set up. And it's been ingrained with us. And it's one of those systems where you have to you have to step on somebody else in order to get ahead in life. And that shit is just tiring. I live in the Chicagoland area. This week, the fucking the 30th and the 31st, we hit below freezing weather. It was below zero weather. It literally got 25 degrees below zero as a fucking high one of those days. And some jobs are still saying you have to come to work. I get it. I fucking get it. There are some shits that are integral to people surviving. But some shit just doesn't matter over people. When you actually put profit over people, you're doing it wrong. Now, I'm not advocating for some commie state. I'm not advocating for some totalitarian dictatorship. But fuck, we need to have a human look at what we do and how we treat each other. There is nowhere in the world that we shouldn't be a more socialistic country. And I say more because we already are a socialistic country. We have fucking police. We have fucking firefighters. We have an army. This is socialist shit. Not only do we have that, we have we still have public roads. We still have public, schools for what it lasts. But we still should care about other fucking people. This rugged individualism that we have been brainwashed to believe that we need to be individuals, because only an individual, the best way to get taken care of is to take care of yourself. It's bullshit. We sit back and let so many things happen to us. Shit that we know is just not right. We know that we should be paid more for our work. We fucking know that we shouldn't have 8-hour work days. It has been proven that after a certain amount of time in a work day, your productivity goes down. We know this. However, we sit back and we let these people tell us, well, if you're a good worker, if you care about succeeding or excelling, then you'll do this. We have competitions of how quickly we can step on other people to try to get ahead. And why? Well, we want to make sure that it's no longer that we're trying to get ahead, we're trying to keep surviving. I work in a job. This is why I haven't been doing as much YouTube as I want to, why I come up with crazy hours to do YouTube. I work in a job where they work us fucking 9.5 hours, 10 hours a day, because it costs too much money to hire more people versus paying us overtime, which is bullshit in the end, because it has cost people within the last 6 months to leave my job. It has caused 4 people to leave my job just out of sure fucking we're working too much. However, people are so short-sighted on what they see. And then you have the people that's just barely above the plebes in the trenches, where they feel that, hey, I have to be a leader, and so I can't complain about shit that I know is fucked up, that if I had to do, it would be fucked up. But no, because they have just a little bit step up, they can't see it for, hey, maybe I'm asking too much out of my employees. It's like when they have the prisons. There's a prison in Brazil where the guards are actually the inmates. They give guns to the inmates because the system that they have is so fucked up and dangerous that they give guns to the inmates because sane people don't want to go. You have in this system, this fucked up system that we have, you have people where it's just, they say, well, it's the company rules, we have to follow them. Whatever happened to the fucking company needs us more than they need leadership? Whatever happened to the sense where workers in leadership were on equal footing? Maybe not on a footing where, you know, the workers told the management what to do, but when the management actually had to at least capitulate to workers. What happened was we started going for, well, this person is coming in the country, so they're going to take your job. This person is from a poor area, and we have affirmative action, and they're taking your job. When in reality, the people that have the power to say how much money are going to be made is not the person that's coming in and taking a payment for a less amount. It's the people that's paying the money. If I set up a system right now, where I say, hey, the person, we have systems already where we look for the quote for the lowest amount of money with the most amount of work. And then it's just like we have so much. We are living in an age where so many of our needs are taken care of. We're living in an age right now where it will take not even half of the people to fucking work in the world for everybody to have an abundance. It would take literally 1 billion people to work and give us still so much abundance. And why is poverty so much of an epidemic? Not just in some poor third world country. Here in America, do you know there are people that are still starving to death in America? The war on poverty that we once had because it didn't make fiscal responsibility that the government took care of things has not been lost. It was abandoned. I get it. There are people that need to step on others in order to make themselves feel good. I get that as a reality. And I get why they feel like that, because they're shitty people. But what I don't get is why do so many more people buy into it? I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with it. Because here it is. We are in so much of a fucked up situation that we don't want to even address fucking climate change because it may cost us too much. You have so many people, and this is why I rail on fucking religion. You have so many people that they just want to nod their head and keep getting along. And some of it is about, needing to survive and not thinking about more. But some of them have bought into this thing where they need to chase something. They need to have an innate ability to have a chase a standard which is unlivable. I sit back and look and listen. Do you know how many people, sit back and say it's something about them that's special, that they don't have to change? They're so moral because They're not like those lazy people that don't work, or they're not like those people that expect handouts, and when they need handouts or when they can't work, they're looking for an excuse. Because we've actually beat into people this whole idea of meritocracy, where you can make as much, you get as much into the system that you paid out, you get back from the system as much as you paid in, when it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Sorry guys, I got a little bit of a congestion. But we sit back and we allow for people to be worked to death. We allow for people to just be fed bullshit because of a marketing campaign. And when a marketing campaign addresses some stupid shit that should be a no-brainer, because it flies in the face of your accepted beliefs, things that challenges your understanding of the world, you're ready to go throw vitriol and hatred to it because it makes you think. Sorry, I'm done with this system called capitalism, because in the end, it's only a few make it, and that's the blatant, honest truth that everybody sees. How is it that 85 people hold more wealth than 3.5 billion? And everybody's hoping to be that 85. God damn. It's almost as if you know what the problem is, but you don't want to address it because it may make you feel inadequate. Capitalism doesn't make people whole. It doesn't lift people out. It only tends the survival of the fittest, and in a very perverse way. Because it's not about the fittest of who's the smartest, who's the brightest, who works the hardest. It's who can step on each other and abuse somebody else to make themselves rich. I don't get it. I don't get it. As logical and reason-based, not reasonable, but reason-based thinking that I actually do. I don't get it. I get we are selfish. Fuck it. I get we want to look out for selves first. But it is beneficial for us to go as a community than just by ourselves. There's a reason why human beings gather together in groups, be it related and unrelated, because in the end there is strength in numbers. Fuck, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's what we have, this anarcho-capitalism, and it's not just permeated our economic policies, it's permeated our fucking policies of how we treat each other. This is not what we need to do. This is not a way that we need to treat each other. But hey, maybe I'm just talking shit. You tell me. You tell me what's the benefits of capitalism. Not the benefits of human progress, because we've had human progress for millennia. You tell me what's the benefits of what's the moral argument for capitalism? Because before we went to this anarcho free market capitalism, people were still making shit. People were still fucking getting along, where we can actually work to actually be more civil to each other. And I would say, make it a case where capitalism in all its forms, proto-capitalism and things of that nature, have led to more immoral shit. Slavery was the reason for the Civil War. Why? Because it was cheap labor, and fucking slave masters didn't want to give up the cheap labor. The whole thing about women's suffrage, excuse me. People didn't want women to have the right to vote, because then they would be able to make rules that help them out. And I'm not saying that capitalism has not been beneficial, but it hasn't been the end all and be all of all our advances. It hasn't. We've had advances in technology and things before, and it wasn't all centered on capitalism. And I just wish we would think to come up with a better system than the capitalism that we have right now. I'm a socialist. I'm a democratic socialist. I believe that there are some things that should be privately owned and some things that should be publicly owned. Things that deal with people living and dying, that shouldn't be something that you should make a profit on. Because what ends up happening is human beings are inherently unprofitable. The life of a human being is just, it doesn't have a profit value to it. And for you to sit back and say, how can I make more money off of people living or dying? How could you live with yourself? Do you tell yourself you're a better person because you pay your bills? Do you tell yourself you're a better person because other people made bad decisions? What did you specifically do to win that lottery of your parents having money? Did you do anything about it? Did you actually choose where you were born? What town, what area you were born? How about how you chose to be born in a country like the USA? You didn't? How about you chose to be, favorite example, what did you do to stop that bus from hitting you when you didn't see it? That truck that didn't run you down because of fucking chance. What did you do to stop it? That you didn't even know it was there? And you can say, well, my deity protects me. If you want to use that argument, why don't your deity protect the starving children and pick any third world country? It's not because of what you do, and your deity is some capricious asshole that will want to make sure you get your Porsche for Jesus and let a starving African, Afghani, Yemenis child starve. Because capitalism is right and it's been blessed by God. Give me a fucking break. But hey, I didn't mean to make this video so ranty or long. Yeah, and this actually comes really close and we fucking make it. And I was surprised at this shit. It was 3-1 and we actually make it 1-0. But anyway, guys, thanks. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the outro. Peace.